Howard Leeson has made an invaluable contribution to the history of our country.
This is a real barn cat, aren't you?
I think he had a great deal to do with the fact that we have a Made in Canada Constitution.
Certainly one of the most innovative political minds I've ever encountered.
I was born in Lethbridge. My father was in the Air Force, and so we traveled around a fair bit. It was pretty primitive. We didn't have running water, we didn't have natural gas. It was all outside toilets. I quit school, had the opportunity to go into the Army when I was 16. I spent 2 years in the Canadian Army. I got on the train in Edmonton with $50 in my pocket and took the train all the way to Omaha, Nebraska. I was a counter clerk in an appliance repair factory. Eventually wound up finishing high school at night when I was 21. Grew to be a bit of a Canadian nationalist while I was down there, I think. But it was my university education that really opened up, I guess, my sense of where I wanted to be in the world. I then applied when I was 29 for graduate studies at the University of Alberta and got accepted into political science. I saw politics as a way to, both in studying and participating, to actually do something with your life and the world to make it better. I began to, in my own mind, to see some of the incredible disparities in the world. Had the opportunity to become the first executive assistant to Grant Notley, the leader of the NDP in Alberta at that time. I was his legislative assistant. The government of Saskatchewan had a position open for a senior researcher in intergovernmental affairs, federal-provincial relations. In 1979, I put together the first Department of Intergovernmental Affairs here. Pierre Trudeau was re-elected in 1980. We were right into the constitutional negotiations.
And Howard led the Saskatchewan delegation. When I say that, I'm forgetting two people, Alan Blakeney and Roy Romano. Weren't they the quarterbacks? Yes, but the civil servant leader of a team is incredibly vital. Howard was clearly at the center of this process, a big player nationally, a sensational team leader.
From the many well-qualified candidates, he came up with an idea of role-playing, sort of a mock First Minister's Conference. And out of that, he got a lot of first-rate people, and it enabled Premier Blakeney and Roy Romano to play the role of honest broker.
Howard is the one who's maybe not in the front row sitting at those negotiating tables, but he's the one who's providing all the advice.
The notwithstanding clause to a large degree was helped to be shaped by Howard.
The Queen will now head towards the desk where the actual signing will take place.
Finally, in April of 1982, it was ratified and signed, and the Queen came to Canada and signed off as the Constitution of Canada. And I was there for that signing.
He has, since those days, become a chronicler of the constitution-making process.
And he's, I think, been a remarkable teacher and influenced an awful lot of students in a very, very positive way.
And it's important to him that things are carefully researched, but I still find spelling errors, so I enjoy doing that.
I would have been voted in high school the least likely person to get an award like this. It was quitting high school halfway through grade 11. It's a fantastic award and fantastic recognition.